on, Fancy. You're here. What's up, guys?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our second live stream. It's so great to see you again. We are really excited to share all of our progress with you, and we thought it would be fun to kick it off. Hey, everyone, with a giveaway. So, Trinatus, do you want to tell them how the giveaway is going to work? The first thing that we're going to send to you all is a Project Stamina sticker, like this one right here.
Alright, so basically, guys, in all caps, our Patreon should know this. Zay, Carbon, if you guys wanna, you guys should know this one, all caps. Okay, final without the gasm. So everyone type in MORCH in all caps, and you will be entered in a chance to get a sticker. We'll mail one out to you guys. Yeah, keep those MORCHes coming.
Morch, morch, morch!
It's a great month of MORCH, guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, we thought we'd kick things off with this because we're so excited to have stuff that we can give you, that you can put on your things and talk about how much you like our stuff. Yeah, it's been a really wild year, as I keep talking about every time anyone asks me about how Project Stamina is going. Yes, you can put our things on your things, Turtle Duck.
But you can't put your things on our things on your things on our things.
That's too many things. We are not revealing an Ice Dragon Samurai in this stream. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm grabbing a
but
pen.
I had to rip that band-aid off. There is no Ice Dragon Samurai being revealed in this stream.
Too soon.
Alright, so we're gonna end that there. It looks like the MORCHes have stopped for now. Let's see who gets this first one. So...
Do we have any cool graphics that go over this?
Actually, weird.
Weird? What's weird?
Oh, it didn't say anyone did it.
Oh!
Oh no.
It's exclamation point Morch, isn't it?
No,
No?
it deleted itself. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, guys, MORCH it up. MORCH it up again. Should we give away a second one just for my, you know?
Yeah. Can we do it where everyone that has typed in Morch, we pick two?
Yes,
Or do we have?
can.
Okay.
I can do two.
All right. Then two people get stickers. I'm gonna grab them so you can see that they're not just the one. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gone. I'm back. Stack of stickers. Did it. Made stickers. These are courtesy of Sticker Ninja, a vendor local to my area. They make really great stuff. So if you're in need of a big pile of stickers, Sticker Ninja.
I love the plant you just did there.
Hey, when people do good work, you gotta respect it.
Okay, that should be good for now. It looks like we're getting the last ones in. And... alright, roll it. Anubis and... let's see, let me write this down, then I'll do the second one.
Yeah, congrats.
And roll it.
And?
Jack Candy.
All right.
We'll contact both of you guys through Twitch or after this. You can actually send us a PM also. That probably will speed things
Please
up.
do that.
So
Please
Anubis
do
_ CSS and Jack Candy.
So, full disclosure, I am getting married next month, and my life is a little crazy. So odds are we won't be shipping anything until after I've finished with that, because it's kind of a lot of work. But we are going to be sending this stuff out as soon as my life is sane again. Or maybe I'll just make Trin do it. We might do that.
Yeah,
we
I
might
can
just
probably
make Trin do it.
Who knows? Okay, so shall we start this and get the ball rolling?
All right, yeah. So I'm logging in so I can play with everybody. Where did my Twitch stream go? I have too many windows open. No, really, where did my Twitch stream? There we go.
Oh,
So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff that we're excited to share with you this week. Go ahead, Tren.
Anubis CSS, just send us a PM, and
Yep.
we'll get back to you after the stream.
All right, so we have a lot of cool stuff that we're planning on showing you today. We've got, man, where do I want to start? So we've got some new gameplay. We have some new gameplay elements in place, and we have Fan up and running after her reveal last month. So that's pretty exciting. We've got another character that is almost through the artistic design process. It's a little bit more complicated than Person with Fans, so we're putting a little more work into this one. But we do want to show you the progress because we think it looks really cool already. We have some animations for one of our characters. We have some progress on our 4 that we're excited to show you. What else do we have?
Shinies?
New character.
Yeah, we have the new character. We can talk about them a little bit more. We've got one more thing. Oh, we have the game lore. So,
That's probably a good
You guys-
starting point. Get people all hyped.
you don't want to wait until we got more people in here? I guess they can come back and watch the VOD if they miss it. So, I've been putting everything to vote lately. It's tough to just make a decision. You guys want to hear about the lore? Should we start there?
Fancy, tell us about the lore.
Okay. At the heart of almost every action-oriented video game is a conflict, and usually this conflict manifests as good guys versus bad guys. In our game, we've set our sights on breaking away from this pattern and instead want to present a world where this conflict springs from the various interpretations of the past. To this end, I can reveal that Othala, the world in which our game takes place, is on its second incarnation. The first civilization that reached supremacy vanished, leaving behind only tenuous clues as to their outlooks and goals. In the aftermath of these ancient ones' disappearance, the planet fell dormant for a time, but eventually, life sprang anew and civilization again took hold. As the new races began to explore their second-hand world, they discovered relics of the past, wondrous weapons, crystalline cities, and the mystical technology that made it all possible. In this world teeming with possibilities, various factions emerged, each striving to untangle the mysteries of the ancients so that they could obtain the power of their predecessors. The first faction that solidified was the Axion, a guild of action and experimentation. The founding ideology of this guild centered on the unmitigated pursuit of knowledge, no matter the cost. Ancient One's technology was studied, duplicated, and modified to suit their needs of advancement and conquest. There were individuals that disagreed with Axion's catastrophe-prone creations, however, and soon a second guild surfaced, the Melanarch. The Melanarch sought to correct the careless ways of the Axion and had an interest in the establishment of order and justice. While they understood the desire to tap into the power of the ancients, their means of doing so focused on discipline and determination. The third guild to emerge was the Olm. The Olm found shortcomings in both of the guilds that came before them and desired a more holistic approach to uncovering the past and guiding the future. More than the other guilds, the Olm understand that a society is very much a living organism that must grow and evolve. As such, their teachings focus on moderation and adaptation. So that's what we've started with as our framework for the lore. We have a whole bunch written about how these factions interact with each other, how they work in the game world, what their goals are, why they're fighting, and what the members of these factions believe in. Man, it was just So exciting to tell you. We've been working on this one for months and months. The ideas for the factions came into play probably I think in like May or June last year, and we've been building and refining them since then. Obviously there's a lot more, but we like to really make sure that the stuff that we have is polished before we show you as best we can. So that's that. If you guys want to take a minute to ask us some questions, maybe there's a couple of things that we can tell you without breaking our NDAs and like putting our trademarks filing at risk. Yeah, Adam by default, that is an awesome take on what we're going for. Expectations being turned on their heads, conflicting interpretations as a framework rather than bad people smash, good people protect. Because conflicts are interesting, and they're more interesting when the people that are fighting are multifaceted and have strengths and weaknesses, are good and bad, like actual people in actual stories are. Oh, and that is Axion with an N, just so you know. We don't have any plans for races specific to factions. Yeah, I will type those out in chat. Axion, Melanarch, Ulm. It doesn't page break for me, but that's okay.
It's an interesting question from Lion Strike right there. If you
Might as well.
You know what? I really love it. I've said this before in Discord chat, but I really, really love it when people ask us if we're planning to do things that look like the things that we've been planning to do for months. We do want there to be some interaction with players and players' choices and the actual state of the world. We think that we think that that's just so much fun, and it's such a great way to get community events and get progressive storylines going in a game world. So that is pretty much exactly what we're going for, Lion Striker. What factions are the current characters in? Asks Theo Comics. We have Quick Draw and R4, who are both in the Axion faction, and we have Fan, who is of the Ulm. The character that we're revealing today is the first character that we are putting in the Melanarch faction. So, why have we made Melanarch the obviously best guild?
It's my favorite.
Okay, we gotta go Ulm, guys.
I don't know why we did that. I didn't think it was obvious. Wait, why are people saying Oh, right, Final Pixel, you've seen him already. Will each character be group specific? Like, what if I like a character but not their group? So there's not going to be any restriction on who you play based on the factions. But that's I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that perspective, actually. Like,
Well,
if you like a character but not the group that they're from, like, the idea behind the groups is that they're really multifaceted, so that there will be things that people like and dislike about all of them. I find it unlikely that anybody is going to look at one faction and say, hey, they're perfect and these other two suck. Because we're really, we're writing them to be flawed and also really cool, because that makes for more interesting storytelling. Faction-specific passive and out-of-game buffs. We do like the idea of tying account progress to, faction-specific things. These are all systems that we need to really test a lot before we decide exactly how they're going to work. But that's the general idea. Ulm is the best because Fan is in it.
Yeah, I have to agree with Kitty. I am a fan of fan.
But I mean, there's a lot we want to do with guilds. I don't think
Yeah.
we can really talk about all of it right now, though.
We are sticking with 3 factions for now. It makes a really nice interplay of power. It makes the storytelling easy. Early in development, we tried 4 factions, and it just got kind of clunky as far as like design and storytelling. So we're working with 3 factions. Can we reveal the official game title anytime soon? Not until the trademark office is done with our filing. We're about 3 months in. It should probably take another 3 months because it's a government office and they're super flooded with trademark applications. We have our copyright in, so that's nice, but our lawyer has advised us not to reveal anything that could possibly compromise our IP until after we have our trademark in place. We're hoping for July, but it's not on us, it's on the government. So, call your senator and let them know that you want to. No, don't call your senator and ask them about us. They have better things to do. Do we have plans for independent heroes that aren't affiliated with the 3 factions? It's something that's possible. We're really hoping... what? Do you mean your senator, Evil Drawing? Anyway, heroes that are independent of the factions are possible. There's a lot about how the game world all fits together and the kind of power that makes, or the kind of power that the factions hold in the social structure makes people who are unaffiliated with them. It's a difficult life to live in the game world. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a very specific thing that we'd have to write, not just oh hey, and mercenaries deal. That's how we set it up to work. We're really excited about our storytelling options that we've laid out for ourselves, and I'm really excited to tell you how our factions tie in with our game systems and what that means maybe on the next stream. So we had some requests for, do the factions have aesthetics? Yes. They're still being developed, but that's something that sort of evolves as characters get made. Yes, they have their own unique aesthetics that really like distinguish them. Let's see, daily quests to play champions from certain factions. Yeah, that's a thing that we could do. Can we talk about them? You'll have to be more. Oh, do we have main aesthetics? I guess. Well, okay. Should we talk a little tiny bit about, because it's something that we shared with the patrons, and I don't think we'll be in too much trouble if we talk about
the patrons. It should be good by now.
Okay. So the general themes that some of the factions are going for, and Failco, correct me if I get any of this wrong.
Okay.
The Axion are a little bit unbalanced. We're pushing like asymmetry in their silhouettes and very dynamic forms. The Ulm are asymmetrical but balanced, so we look for organic shapes and flowing designs in their creation. And the Melanarch are very solid and have a high emphasis on symmetry. Are some of the most like baseline design goals for our character aesthetics.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Does that answer your question? I hope so, because that's what I'm going to say. far as core gameplay loops are concerned, is there a progression system for a player's account that runs in parallel with the matches and the games they play, win, and lose? Such as faction-specific accolades, achievements, or visual aesthetics like badges, banners, and player icons. Yes, we love that stuff. And we have the system, we have the APIs in place to make those systems possible, but we have not developed them yet because we think the gameplay is more important, and we only have so many people and so much time that we can work in a day. Olm is the Bolm. We'll keep workshopping that one as a motto, Turtle Duck. Do you plan to have separate skins like in Gigantic? Yeah, cosmetics are super fun. Giving people the option to customize and personalize their character is really great. It's one of those, where's your Axion merch? Give us a minute. Yeah, that's one of those things that kind of just takes time, and we're really focusing on getting stuff, like getting the game running well and making it fun. Do skins mostly lore related, similarly to Gigantic? I'm going to get back to that. Battle Ninja asked a very important question. When can I dump money into this game? If you want, you can now. We have a Patreon. We post every week, sometimes multiple times. It's like a cool behind the scenes look into development. And we're doing a fun event where the patrons are creating a character together that is going to be reviewed for inclusion in the game when it gets made. So if you want to check that out, there's a link down there. If you feel weird about Patreon or feel weird about supporting a game that is so early in develop, that's totally fine. We get it. It's just we've had enough people ask us that question that we want to give people who want to give us money the opportunity to, because money helps get stuff made. So, are the skins going to be lore related similarly to Gigantic? Yeah, we think that storytelling is fun, and Gigantic did a really great job of peppering in little pieces of lore everywhere that they could. And that's one of the things that we are trying to carry over into our designs, is the idea that the story of the game world and of the characters is everywhere. Are maps going to be on neutral ground, or can we expect maps affiliated with each of the factions? That is a really cool question. The maps
really cool question.
Are neutral ground, and I want to tell you so much about them, but I actually can't tell you about about the world history designs of our maps without seriously risking our trademark designs. So I can't tell you, but
it's awesome.
I can tell you that they're neutral ground and that we've put a lot of work into it. Get Olmed. Okay, we can work on that. What is primary funding going towards at the moment? So a lot of what we're doing is building up a bank of resources for a marketing push. One of the big tragedies of Gigantic was that it did its marketing push too early, and then by the time the game was out there and ready to play, it didn't have any fuel left in the tank to actually get out there. So for those of you that don't know me, I am an entrepreneur. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. I sold a business a couple of years ago, and that's a big part of why I can work on this full time. And my fiance has been in digital marketing for 11 years. We bring a lot to the table in terms of getting our product out there. And yeah, a lot of what we're doing with the resources that we're getting from Patreon, aside from occasionally jumping on really cool opportunities like great asset packs on the Unreal store for sale so we can plug things into new systems without taking the time to build rocks or make water ourselves when we could be working on unique characters or systems, we're building up our marketing budget so that we can get the game out there when it's ready.
Two good questions right there.
Let's see. The Kickstarter one is a good question. Oh, will it be free to play and paid? Yeah, we are a big fan of the free to play model. Most of my favorite games are free, and they seem to do just fine. So we would like the game to also be free. We obviously we'll need to keep our servers online and keep our game community growing so it doesn't die. And we're like monetization is necessary for that. We're able to keep our development systems going with what we have on Patreon, and like technically, if the community keeps growing, there's nothing that would stop us from just using Patreon forever and just growing slowly. So we would be happy with that. But I would like to do a crowdfunding campaign in the future. When can we get? I'm personally a big fan of Fig. I think they're a really cool model. I have some friends that work at Double Fine that have told me really good things about them, and I like that there's a. Anyway, now I'm just talking about like business theory, and I know that only gets so interesting for so many people for so long. So I'm going to move on. But if people are really interested in business development, I guess I could talk about it more. Let's see. What types of things can you purchase with money? Right now, you can't purchase anything, but you can throw your money at us to support us, and we are sending some merch to our patrons. I keep looking at the stickers every time I say merch. Where'd they go? Stickers. Whole pack. Stickers. We're sending some merch to our patrons as a way of saying thank you, because they're such great people, and it's such a wonderful community to have with us. Thank you, patrons. But right now we don't have a store. We'd like to get a store open soon, but we're gonna get some more merch going out just in the giveaway process before we start selling it. Let's see. Plans for services for distribution. We're keeping ourselves pretty open to whatever platforms become available to us. That's one of the great things about the Unreal Engine, is it makes platform compatibility a whole lot easier than pretty much anything else out there. So wherever we can prove that there is a market that will support itself, we would like to put the game. Platform certification on PS4 and Xbox is pretty expensive, so there's like a huge upfront cost associated with that. I would personally love to see our game on the Switch, because I think it's a great platform and it's a little underutilized by multiplayer gaming. And like, if Warframe and Fortnite can be on there, there's no reason we can't. Please don't put it on Xbox. That's fair. Don't betray us for the Epic Games Store. I mean, it would still be free, but if there's like a huge push to not use Epic Games, I guess I would investigate that further. You know, like, we'll put the game anywhere that people will play it, really.
Well, the platform you put it on doesn't really, like, let's say PC-wise,
Yeah.
it wouldn't really affect who could play with who.
Yeah, like,
People
ideally,
that are on the Epic Store could play with the people on the
Yeah.
Steam Store. We're not using their services for just that.
yeah, I don't like exclusivity very much. Oh, okay, it's a tribal rivalry. Okay, that's fine. I'm personally really interested in what Discord is doing with their platform as game distribution, but it's a little early to see if it's going to maintain being a viable model. But I like it so far, so we'll see. It's really early to try and make like hard calls like that. So right now, development is really about keeping our options open. So we've kind of like rolled out. That's a good catch. I don't like games exclusivity very much. Discord needs your game to be in a playable state before you can do the fancy stuff. Yeah. Like, we're not trying to get our game published to Discord next month or anything. Skins, badges, banners, cosmetics. Anyway, so we've like moved on a little bit from the lore and the faction stuff. Now we're just doing general QA. So I think it's time to show you the next thing. What do you guys think? Do you want to see our Melanarch character?
Yeah, we want to see it.
Yay! So glad
When
that you
did
want to see our
the chat be able to voice an opinion verbally.
Failco, voice of the people.
Okay, we can definitely do that. That means
All right.
I got to change this. Fancy's face will go
Yeah.
bye-bye. Bye, Fancy. Okay, so the final first.
Oh, they missed my wave. Yeah. Let's just show them the. This is the near final. This is not the final render of the character, so this is not quite as far along in progress as Fan was. But this is Geist. Breathe it in.
He is spooky.
Spoopy boy.
Definitely a spooky.
So, Geist is the first Melanarch character that we are revealing. As you can see, symmetry is a big deal. Yes, that is his minion. That small axe-wielding character is the minion that Geist has. Man, how much?
People are already switching sides.
Skip leg day.
Melanarch!
Yeah, Melanarch. So, Geist is... Yep, okay. So if people are guessing tank, that means that we did our job designing him correctly, because expressive silhouettes are important. So Geist is a frontlining character that has some pretty unique... Do we want to talk mechanics?
Yeah,
you shared them with the
yeah,
patrons,
haven't
so I
we-
guess
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, we should be fine.
Okay, so Geist's kit is summoning a minion, and then, in addition, you can teleport to your minion. And I think in our last round of checking of like looking at this kit, teleporting to your minion makes it explode. Boom. So, teleport to your minion. Geist has a beam as their LMB that does it life drain, or is that on upgrades? I don't have the sheet in front of me because I'm a horrible producer and I'm not prepared. Meh.
Falco, do you got the sheet in front of you?
Yeah, so the minion just like chases people around and hits them with a weapon. And Geist sort of keeps his angry little child from dying. So Geist has a crowd control ability on like a slow floating orb that he can teleport to. So he's got 2 teleports, which is pretty neat. They do have it does have a wind up cast because interrupts are important and continuity is important. And he's got an AoE shield that he can use to protect his teammates and his minion. So the idea with Geist is that you have this big tanky, like, sentient air quotes. The minion will do... Actually, you know, we haven't talked about voice lines for this character yet, so
They're gonna be spooky.
Yeah, whatever we do, it's going to be spooky, and the minion's probably going to be at least a little bit funny, because Geist is 100% serious all of the time. So that's his general kit. His ultimate is something that we actually have a sketch of, if you want to switch to that one, Trin.
Yeah, I can. Oh, there we go.
Yep. So this is a earlier design, and it's still in the light sketch, or the early sketch phase, so it's not as detailed, obviously. But this is a collection of ghostly chains reaching out from the ground and grabbing onto enemies nearby Geist, which are then tethered to him for time on ultimate cooldown. So this is Geist's big crowd control ability, and it doesn't stop anyone from acting or punching him. but it does stop them from going away.
Geist is a dev name.
Yeah, Geist is the dev name. We haven't released any characters, like proper names yet. We might stick with R4 though. We just like him. So will there be gameplay in this stream? Yeah, I think we can do gameplay next, actually.
Yeah.
Are the testers ready?
Well, do you want to go over the other little things?
Other little things about... Oh.
Our fangirl?
Oh, yeah, and so that's Geist. If you have any more questions about him, don't forget your orange slices. Stay hydrated. I could probably be spookier than that, but I don't want to ruin the chat's ears. We have some more some more news about Fan. Load it up.
Boom.
Oh, right, I'm on a delay.
You are on a delay. We'll let you guys go through this, and then we'll show her final model in
Well, it's not her final model.
Work in
progress.
Yep. So still works in progress, but that's what this whole thing is showing you where we are and what we're up to.
So I want to say, like, Geist props to our amazing Kezi, of course, and Fan props to Potato, our amazing 3D model.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen this video yet. This is gorgeous, and I'm full screening it.
Mm-hmm. Progress of the, high poly sculpt of Fan.
Yep.
This is not her final form.
Nope.
So that's where Fan is at. So now you know. Obviously, still some more work to be done, but the progress has been really fantastic. Pun Nintendo. Yeah, the ponytail physics are going to be pretty... I am back! Ponytail physics are going to be pretty awesome. So...
there we go.
Do you guys have any more questions about Geist or about Fan's model and that process, or do you want to dive into gameplay? You want to dive into gameplay,
Yeah, they all
right?
want to dive into gameplay.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to switch over to that. Hit play.
Friend request.
Queue for... Can I send you a friend request? Yeah, as soon as I remember where that button is.
Oh,
Social.
Geez. We need to delete
Friends. Add friend. It's just Trinatus, right?
Yes, Trinatus, if you want to be on my match. Any
request?
Okay, testers. Killboy, do you guys have a match almost complete? Or, sorry, they've been, playing matches while we've been doing this.
I think we jumped out of it.
Oh, did they jump out of it?
I was playing, yes, sir.
Alright, so I'm going to put us right in the queue so we can get in as soon as, they come in. Did you actually send me a friend's request, Fancy?
I think so.
Oh.
I maybe spelled your name wrong.
I just got to a match.
Oh, good. Well, okay.
Then I'm just gonna... We'll get you into the next match, Fancy.
That's fine. I will watch chat and answer questions while you guys play, because you guys don't need to watch me not playing from my screen anyway. So, for anyone that's curious, Trinatus is running the stream, and this is his screen share that you're seeing. He's got me piped in through my camera. That's what's going on. Ditch your friends to go play. Must be a good game.
I kind of really want to go quick draw first, start things out, guys. Hopefully, would you guys...
Oh, thank you. Mananox, why won't we use this font?
Actually, what rune should we go?
Oh, yeah. So, people were asking last stream in January about what active runes are. We have them now. They are abilities that you pick at the beginning of the match that are not unique to your character, that give you the ability to just shore up a hole in your game plan or coordinate better with your teammates. Right now, we have a heal, a stamina restore, a super jump, cleanse, which isn't very useful because we don't have very many debuffs in yet, and was that 4 or 5?
5?
Yeah, so we have those 5. Any significance for using Futhark runes? Well, we really like them. Oh, you can't see me making cheeky faces at the camera. I'm not on stream.
I think restart.
Yeah, I have to restart it. Someone crashed while loading in, or didn't load in. So give us 1 second, guys. Oop.
They're cooldown abilities, and that gives us the ability. That gives us the option of balancing them with cooldown time as well as their overall power level. I am sketching out ideas for a rune so powerful that it is a single use in a match. So far, there haven't been any takers on that idea, but I want to try it because it sounds like a fun design. But that's just me talking about cool stuff in a game, not what's going to be happening. I wish I had like a hat that I could put on for random cheery theorycraft versus producer talking about what's definitely going to happen.
My account's still logged in, so we gotta wait 1 second. There we go.
Do we intend to expand the rune pool post-launch? Yes. So the Futhark alphabet is 24. We're not sure if is it 22? Can't remember. We're not sure if we're going to use all of those options as active runes. We might find other places to put those. We might find other places in the design to use some of the alphabet. But what it does give us is the ability to balance a meta not only with new characters but with new active abilities that give us a unique angle to approach the balancing puzzle.
Yeah, we're going with stamina restore fancy this round with quick draw.
Cool. Sounds broken. Will they be locked behind level or some kind of currency? One thing we want to make sure... hey! We have our own placeholder character in the game. By the way, we heard you all saying that you were tired of looking at the Paragon models, and...
Just me, a million times.
And it wasn't just you. Everyone is tired of looking at the Paragon models.
Oh,
and look at that! We summoned something! So, we recently picked up a new animator, which is really fantastic, because animators are very valuable. And he, with the help of Potato, this quick little rig that I call Box Friend, he animated all of this in a couple of weeks. So now we have our own custom placeholder instead of those thank you for open sourcing Paragon assets. Quick draw using the super jump rune to get around.
No, it wasn't the super jump rune. It was our super jump itself. I have the stamina rune. Remember?
Right. No, that's the super jump pad. That's quick draw super jump ability. Yeah. Will runes affect each character equally, or will there be soft capping? We've tried to build our general systems so that we don't have to do artificial caps that are unique to characters or certain values. And if we wind up in a situation where runes have to affect some characters differently than others, I think that means that we made a design mistake a while back and we would have to correct it. So the plan is to have all of the runes do the same thing for all of the characters. They won't necessarily be equally powerful on all of the characters. A heal is going to be stronger on a character with higher armor, for example, just because that's how armor works.
There's a mini-map.
Oh, yeah. There's a mini-map. That's a new thing, too.
I mean, the art for its 10th, but yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a mini-map in there. Last time we did this, we had texture, or we had textured map assets, but those were placeholders that we picked up on the Unreal Store. Thank you, patrons. And these, we have had the time to build custom assets for our map. So
Yes,
texturing is going to be the next thing to go on those. Yeah, they decided it would be fun to put my face on the summons and I guess shoot at me. I'm not going to read too much into that. I'm very flattered that my face is in the game. Shout outs to the Turtle Duck Man for grabbing that screenshot and turning my face into something that we use. Will there be runes that support team members in more team-based game modes?
Oh, I just
probably. That's a good system. We're going with really simple, easy to test functions to get things online. These aren't guaranteed to be the things that the first set of runes that go into the game when it comes out, but they're what we're testing with because we needed something. That rune sounds overpowered, Mananox. Just gonna say.
Let's see, where are we?
20-8. You guys are getting stomped.
All right.
Or are you blue team?
No,
are you stomping?
I'm
red
stomping.
team. Oh, geez, we are getting wrecked.
Yeah, Falco's team usually wins.
Oh, is Dave on their side? Okay, no, Dave's not in.
Will we have really early playtesting like this for people outside of development? So we have a group of testers that we pulled out of the community really early on. And for this round, anyway, we invited the patrons to join us and get a chance to play the game that they've been supporting for some of them many, many months. And we like that. So we'll probably do more of it. I try not to make promises because sometimes my lawyer comes to me and says, you can't do that. And then I go, oh, well, okay, lawyer, you're a lawyer. And I can't argue with you.
No, because they're going to win 9 times out of 10.
Add sound effects, even if it's placeholder. Yeah, you're right. Sound effects will be cool, and they're on the list. We have some of the systems in place, but we want to use better ones before we really start diving into sound effects. If we keep getting responses like that from our testers, though, then we might push it up priority list a little bit. Where's the in combat?
Yeah, I just got stunned.
If you by in combat thingy, you mean an indicator that says whether or not you are in combat. We don't have one of those, but stamina and health regen, not stamina, health regen does rely on being out of combat. Stamina regen relies on not doing stuff. Hire Congress and change the laws. Dude, our Patreon is like $800 and something right now. That senators cost more than that. Oh my god. Box friend making pew pew sounds. That sounds like a great idea. I might prioritize that just for
they won 40-22. They killed our creature at the end, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. So the way that the team deathmatch mode works is
Direction.
I know I'm a sad boy right now. Get owned.
So this is I'm gonna answer these in a row. This is while it is a team deathmatch, score a certain amount of kills to win the game. It is a objective-based game mode. You can summon You can summon on a control point, and those summons give you buffs on the map, and are worth points for killing them. So, like in Gigantic, when you killed a creature and got 20 power, in our team deathmatch mode, when you kill a creature, you get 6 points towards the testing value right now is 40 that you need to win. There is also, and do we want to tell them about the function that was 90% complete and we had to pull so that the game would be stable for stream?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
Okay.
We just told the Patreons if they haven't watched the podcast, and if you guys actually do go on the Patreon, like the $1 thing, we have the podcast up there that gives the entire overview of this initial game mode, and it's really awesome.
Yeah. So really quick is, in addition to general team deathmatch functions and control points that give you global presence on the map, we have a power-up that spawns that works. It occupies a similar niche to, say, power weapons in Halo, as far as map mechanics work, where we're calling it an orb. That's its development name, where you can. They spawn in one of 3 places on the map. There's the midpoint and the 2 side points, and if a player goes to oh my god, I am so hyped for Master Chief Collection to be on PC. I worked on that game for a while and it took so long to come out. Anyway, if you channel, like press a button and hold it for several seconds to collect this power up, it gives all of your living teammates in an AoE a buff that persists for 30 seconds. These are our development numbers. They aren't the, like, this is definitely how it's going to work. But, you know, it persists for a time for all of your living teammates, or all of your living teammates in an AoE. And the buffs that we're working with right now, I think, are a damage boost, a speed boost, a full focus charge, ultimate charge, and an overcharged stamina meter. So these objectives don't give you any points, but they do give you a temporary advantage for the team fight and point scoring aspects of the game. Why this dude have fans' ability icons? Well, because this dude is Fan. It's Fan's placeholder model. Yes, we have a placeholder for Quick Draw. We do not yet have a placeholder for Fan, but that'll be coming next.
Yeah, it's just a temp model.
Yeah, it's a little bit supporty. I'm waiting for these guys to actually go in so I can help.
Yeah, so Fan is our support. If you see a weird floaty icon above certain allies' heads, that is a marker that says that you can use Fan's RMB, which is it's like a tether that pulls you to your target. So Fan has a really cool mobility option where she can get to her allies and buff them, heal them, do a peel if they're getting low, do a pushback against opponents, all that jazz. Yeah, you want to just like go for a good show off of how that ability works?
I think it actually bugged out this time.
Oh, did you break it?
Yeah, I think I broke it.
Game in development. All right, there was another question that I wanted to answer.
Hey, the
Where
heal
was
works.
it? Oh, somebody asked if Motiga reached out to us about the project. Confirmed, Motiga is gone. They are not a company anymore. They were purchased by Perfect World and shut down because the game was really expensive, and they did their best to keep it all online, and they could only do it for so long. But we have talked to a couple of ex-Motigans about our game, and they're super enthusiastic. I chat with SoFetch every once in a while. He apparently hangs out in our server, says we've got a cool community. So thank you, SoFetch, for your endorsement of the coolness of these people. Not to be confused with your official endorsement of the game. I do not claim to have that. Thank you, my lawyer. We've talked with a couple of other ex-Motegans. There are some that now live here in Portland, Oregon with me, and I've managed to have some beers with them and just talk about how cool this whole project is. The general take is that they're very enthusiastic and supportive of what we're doing because this whole thing is kind of a love letter to their vision.
Show
Yeah.
the pause menu real fast.
All
There
right,
you go.
everybody, testers. Oh, testers can't even hear me unless they have the stream open. Stop trying to kill Tren while he shows off the pause menu.
Well, no. Well, they're not killing me. It's fine.
Oh, right.
The fights seem to be everywhere right now. I'm trying to find the fights. And I think I might have gotten desynced, which is really rare.
But we have all these cool menu options in
Actually,
there
someone
right now,
kill
so
me.
it's exciting.
That's probably it. There we go.
Fans freaking out right now.
Yeah, I was twitching. There we go. Yeah, I think my character got slightly
There you go.
desynced.
End it
No,
all.
yeah, it's Fan is our latest hero, so she hasn't gotten as much work as a lot of the other heroes. We're still fine-tuning her.
Yep, rougher around the edges than the other two. Secondary stats like critical or haste for less cooldown, maybe in the form of
Oh,
runes.
there we go. See, it works now.
Oh, good.
I have the ultimate. Actually, hey guys, group up. Killboy, Carbon, guys.
Yeah, let's show off Fan's ult. I am delayed here, so I don't
Look at
actually know
that.
if it happened
They just
yet.
got flown halfway across the map.
Oh, wow, that is nice. Yeah, so that's Fan's like big
Oh, geez, I
displacement
just got-
ult, strong support ability,
Oh,
break
wow,
up a team
cool.
fight.
Whoa.
It's gonna be really cool when all the models are replaced and we have the VFX in there.
Yeah, we're really excited for what our game is going to continue to become. Oh, sorry, I missed that question. Do you plan to add secondary stats like critical chance or haste for less cooldown? Critical chance is something that we're working with. I think Gigantic was on the money with not doing headshots because it makes for more variable character design choices. You know, we can have a character with a giant head and not have them be automatically underpowered because of it. Haste. What do you mean when you say haste? Do you mean speed boosts? Because we're going to have speed boosts. Sensei 987.
Oh, we actually won this round.
Don't make the crits like in TF2. What are crits like in TF2? I haven't played that game in years. Oh, cooldown reduction. Yeah, I think the cooldown reduction is a super fun mechanic, and I look forward to playing with it. I think it's one of those things that is best used in moderation, but... Oh, random 3x damage crits. Okay, I don't think they'll look exactly like that. But yeah, cooldown reduction and like speeding up cooldowns is a fun mechanic that I enjoy playing with. So expect to see some of that eventually.
I can't imagine adding headshots. I don't think it's that kind of game at all, so...
Yeah, no. I'm not going to do headshots.
No.
For one, I suck at aiming, and I want to be able to enjoy this game.
Alright, we're gonna go quick draw again, guys. As much as I love Fan, quick draw is the best way to show stuff off. Is there a certain rune that you guys would like to see? Because we got speed boost, stamina, self heal, and super jump. I will pick any the first one that you guys say. I'll pick.
Why
Super
can't you
jump?
use gigantic assets as placeholders? That's a really great question, actually. So we're using the Paragon assets as placeholders because they have been open sourced. The owners of those assets, Epic Games, has released them to the public and said, you are welcome to use these for whatever you want, have fun. and there is legal protection for the people who use those assets to then, hey, there's super jump, who use those assets to not suddenly discover that Epic Games has decided to take ownership of their IP back and and litigate them into the ground. There is a risk if you use unlicensed IP that the people who own that IP can claim ownership of all of your work. So Perfect World Entertainment did a really wonderful thing, keeping Gigantic alive as long as they did. But they have not released the Gigantic assets for open source. If we were to use because we could, like with our systems, take one of their characters and all of their animations and drop them in the game and have them up and running in like a week. But because Perfect World owns those assets and has not released them for use, if we were to do that, it would put all of our work in legal jeopardy. This is something I talked about with my lawyer fairly extensively because we really like those assets and they're pretty. But it would put us at risk of losing all of our work to a lawsuit, basically. If Perfect World comes over and says, hey, this is infringement of our IP, we own this now, their army of lawyers is bigger than our army of lawyers, so whoever...
Well, no, that's a dry and cut thing.
Yeah,
it's basically you can't use it.
Yeah, we can't.
There's no using it without their permission or anything.
Yeah, and if we were to just go rogue and do that, we would risk losing everything that we worked on. So we're not gonna, and that's just kind of that. Any Sven archetypes?
Juked.
Do you mean like friendly round boys or like weird,
come here, Wolfie,
kind of carassy supporty characters?
Oh, they got me. Let's go. Oh, actually,
I guess I can just answer both of those.
I don't know if anyone's
questions.
noticed. This is actually our new map too. It's completely
we've
different.
had some map updates.
Yeah.
Kept the general theme, but we've changed a lot of the geometry to be.
Basically, these are our original assets made by the Falco herself. This is more along the lines of the final design. People who actually have seen the map in the last video, it was a lot smaller. That was due to testing purposes. This is the actual size of the map that we were going for originally, but it's better to test something, see if it works before you actually even get into it.
Okay, I'm going to try and fire through a bunch of questions really quick again. Catch back up with chat. Arcing projectile character. We don't have any plans for it yet, but we like them, so we'll probably have one of it. Oh, that's not true. We have a plan for an arcing projectile, but it's not going to throw like a flask. So I'm going to say we don't have one that works like Sven's flask throws coming down the pipe yet. Vague lore question. Related to the Sven one, the word alchemy chimes more with which faction? That's a great vague question. I'm going to say that alchemy could be something that all of the factions pursue. Like, all of them are committed to the pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the Ancient Ones and the incredible world that they have found themselves in. And applying some of that magical technology
to and I'm stunned.
The creation of things like potions or transmutation is something that all of the factions could do, but the techniques that they apply to do this practice and their goals for their pursuits would be the things that are very different. Catching up. Will we be able to upgrade our skills during the game? Yes! That was one of our favorite things about this genre, is the ability to level up and dynamically change your character's strengths mid-match. Our design goals for the immediate future, actually, I'm going to tie back to a way earlier question that I missed, which was, what is the next big milestone that we're looking for in development? That milestone is a couple of more characters in, and the fully functioning game mode on 2 different maps. So our design philosophy right now is to create base kits that feel like complete characters. Like, if your character isn't fun to play at level 1, then they probably need a redesign. So with that in mind, our design goal is to have a more rounded out cast of characters so we can test more matchups and interactions, and a couple of maps to test them on so we have more environments that we can use as controls, and then drop in all of our upgrade systems at once to start playing with. The upgrade system is actually one of the first things that we brought online with our pre-R4 prototype character. We had some upgrades functioning, but we realized as we started developing characters that trying to balance, like putting a lot of design work into upgrades that didn't have a test environment that they could function in, was kind of a waste of time, because there were too many ways that the testing, there are too many possible designs that could just not pan out for us to want to sink all those design resources into making the upgrade system. So instead, we're working on base kits, which has given us a really great perspective on what we want out of our characters' base abilities. And that's my answer to level ups and design milestones. I'm going to keep catching up with chat, so I have to catch the VOD later. Is there any way I can still participate in the giveaway? You know what? Yeah, I think it's time for another giveaway.
Yay!
Oh,
Is the word still Morch, or are we going to do another one?
Let's go with Morch. Everyone loves Morch.
Okay.
Smart.
All right, MIDI Green, type Morch, all caps. And we're going to give away... do we want to give away a t-shirt this time? Poster?
Yes, give away a t-shirt and a poster.
Well, not
You
both.
guys want to show what they look like?
So I've only got the t-shirt that I have and the stickers. Trin has the poster and the other shirt, and I don't know if he's got pictures because I didn't tell him to do that.
Yes, you can get a copy of that shirt, or you'll have 2 different selections, basically.
Yeah, so we will reach out to the winner. Well, we're going to tell the winners to reach out to us, and then when we have these private chats, we'll get back in touch with you after the stream, show you what our merch options are, and you can pick what you get within reason.
Alright, are we looking good? Yeah, the Morches have slowed down. Which one are we going for first? Which is the first roll?
It
is Morch.
Yes, M-O-R-C-H, all caps. Just type in Morch if you haven't done that already. Oh, you did. Great.
Alright, I'm rolling it. Gray jacket. Let's see.
All right, Gray Jacket, send us a PM, and we will get back in touch with you after the stream about giving you your Morch merch.
Yay! Congrats!
You did get to participate in that role, MIDI Green, but you didn't win it. That's okay. Most of you didn't win it. That's why giveaways. So,
yeah, there's like quite a bit.
Now that we've got this Morch spam, I lost track of my questions.
Shall we do the second one now, or?
Let's see. Oh, you know, I got a really cool question here that I kind of want to touch on from Evil Drawing. Heroes like the Margrave, what faction? So the factions aren't going to be specifically like, we don't have a faction where all the tanks are, and a faction where all the DPS are, and a faction where all the supports are. But they do have different philosophies and styles. So the Melanarch do have a more endurance, staying in the fight philosophy, but they have DPS characters, they have assassins, they have supports. The Axion are more focused on doing damage and ending fights by winning them quickly, but they also have tanks and supports and other classes. And the Ulm focus on support, which is the idea of providing options for yourself and your teammates and synergizing, instead of just, oh, you have a heal, you're a support. So all of the factions have their own approaches to all of the different roles, so that when we've got a cast of characters out there and we release a new one and we say, coming next month, a new Ulm tank, you'll have an idea of how an Ulm tank plays in comparison to a Melanarch tank or an Axion tank. Does that? So that's the design goal, and that's part of how their that's part of how their aesthetics and their gameplay design and their unique differences all tie into each other to make what we are excited about. And the Margrave is a faction by himself. If anyone remembers his lore, he is actually just an unstoppable wrecking machine, and that's all he does. Yep. Peace, Midi Green. So glad you're here. Thanks for hopping by.
Yeah.
Let's see, other classes. Yeah, I don't have the list in front of me. The general plan, or like the general list of boxes that we're going to tick, are caster, ranged DPS, melee DPS, tank, support, assassin, 6. But as our game's meta evolves, I'm sure we'll develop our own take on how the different faction, or how the different character archetypes sort of fit into our own world. Do the factions use the same calendar?
Interesting.
You got me on that one. I'm gonna take that to our lead writer, because I don't know. Races. Oh, how would I describe each faction's philosophy in one word? You know, I have it all in 2 words, and I don't have that doc right now. Nope, I'm not going to answer that one. I'm sorry, but I will answer it in the future. Do races: standard fantasy, biomutants, beast kind. We're going to go with a variety of races. Just gives us a lot of options for character design. We are, obviously, you've seen Fan, we're going to have human-like people. We're also going to have little goblin-y things. Do I have a chili? We all have a chili lizard in our hearts. Toulons, we all have a chili lizard. Man, I'm sorry, that calendar question really threw me. I had not thought about that, and that's just really cool that you thought of that. What a unique and interesting question and take on our world. Snake cat. I mean, cats are just furry snakes with feet. Will champions be unlocked from the start, or do you have to unlock them all? You know, that's something that we're still kind of thinking about. I really so I'm a Dota player, and I like that I have access to all of the all of the characters. One of the big complaints that I hear about that game is that the number of options presented to a new character, to a new player, is completely overwhelming. So that's something that we're probably going to base on focus testing and new player experience more than our own personal preferences, because as much as our own ideas guide us, sometimes you just need real data. It also gives you unlockables, which are fun. So yeah, We don't know. We're looking at both options. How will lore be given to us? Players. Our goal is to give players the opportunity to discover the history of the world in tandem with the characters as they're doing it. So that means like stuff is going to be peppered in places. We might release comics or like animated shorts if we get the development resources to do that kind of thing, because they're cool. But I think mostly it's going to be peppered in all over the place in Easter egg format because it's really fun to do it that way.
We could get onto the other videos that we got.
Oh, we do have. So, as you probably all noticed in the gameplay, we did have. We dramatically scaled up R4's Paragon model. And the reason for that is because we have a good approximation of how big he will be in game. Yes, he is that large. And we have put together for you a look back at R4's progress from day one and how he got to where he is now. I'll get back to answering questions in a minute. I just want to share this with you. This is the version with music, right?
No.
What?
Well, we have music
Okay.
going in the background. We can pause
All right.
and Velko can answer some questions or whatnot.
Well, let's just run it straight through. So this is the beginning of R4. These were some of our first sketches. This is the thing that we showed to announce what we were working on. And this was the first model that we produced based on those sketches.
God, a million years ago, really.
I know, this is this stuff is like 9-10 months old now.
Oh my God, really? Wow.
So after we made that model, we and realized that it wasn't up to our standards, and we scrapped the whole thing and kept working on it because you only get to make your first character once. So here's some more of our exploration as we learn more about our own design process. And this is what got us to the final designs. We've released some of these. It's hard for me to remember what we've released to patrons and what's on our YouTube. But here is R4's final high poly sculpt. This is the fancy model. Here are the textures and colors. And
His fluff.
shiny, fluffy boy.
Freaking adorable.
Look at that, guys.
Yep.
How can you
So
say
that
to his
is
face?
what that is in engine. That is what our characters will look like when they're running around on the map. His weapon is still the untextured version. That's going to be probably a similarly shiny metal, and that orb in the middle is going to be a glowing energy effect, like his eyes. Yeah, his big fluff is just such a great big fluff.
Definitely reminiscent of Amani, but he's no Amani, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Luckily, he doesn't snipe unless he's focusing you, and then you're probably gonna die.
So big thing, like lots of work from Pat and Trin, like getting all the textures to work in the game. So it's really exciting.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
you guys enjoyed that.
So that's something we've been sitting on for a minute. Been really excited to show that to you. Glad you're all here for that. Glad you're excited. We think he's beautiful. And oh yeah, hey, this is our Morch.
Some of it, at least.
One of Noodlebot, since you said that, one of my pitches for a custom skin, which has not, it's still under review because we're not doing skins yet, but I would like to see R4 looking even more regal with a crown and having his mace be a sword still stuck in the stone and call him King R4. But it might be too cheeky.
No, it's perfect. We're doing it.
Yay! That's my art director signing off on one of my ideas.
Yes. Geist is wonderful, guys.
Changing flame and cloth colors for Geist. Yeah, that sounds super cool. This is not the final design of Geist. There's still some finishing touches, but it's pretty close. King R4 for the win. Thank you. I like it.
Perfect.
Okay, what else do we have? Let's see, I read the thing about the lore. We showed off the R4 video. Talked about MORCH. Yeah, so our plan is to keep going at this rate for the next couple of months, and ideally, when we get our trademark filing finished, we will reveal the game name and have some great new... We'll keep doing streams even before we get that done, but we'll be able to reveal the game name and a lot more of our game lore and world and what all is going on there.
Yeah.
So
that's all we got.
That's what we've got for you this month. We can do one more giveaway.
Yeah, Okay.
Ooh, theme trailers for each faction.
That thing I said about people having ideas that are
yeah.
like the stuff that we've been working on for ages. Can we subscribe on Twitch? We haven't streamed enough different days to have an official account yet.
We'd have to send in a thingamajig since we are technically like a game company, so that involves us doing some work soon.
Yeah, that's my job, and I have a lot of different... You know, when I started this, I thought I was going to get to like design characters all the time and play with game mechanics, and I have a bunch of really great people who are good at that to do that for me, and now most of my job is talking with the lawyer and filing paperwork. So I'm a sucker, but we're making a really great game, so I don't mind. How long will it be until all of us will be able to play this? We don't have a concrete answer. To be frank, there isn't, like, the gameplay is working pretty well, and we're happy with it, but until we get more built, there's not really enough to support the actual fun of playing all the time with your friends whenever you want. So we, like I said, with that milestone, we need some more characters, and we need some more of the systems online before we bring on
comics. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. We didn't start the giveaway yet.
Ho hum.
Well, we can give since I did make a mistake, I'll give him a sticker.
So yeah, I try to avoid, because so there's like a couple of common tragedies that we see in the games industry, which is one, a game getting its release date announced and then the developers pushing and pushing and pushing to make that announced date and putting out something that's not really finished. And the other is games making a release date and pushing and pushing and pushing and not making that release date and then having to push it back. And we're not going to do either of those things. So we're aiming to have more to show you and a bigger test environment sometime this year. But as far as public playability goes, we don't have a date yet. And it would be disingenuous of me to promise you anything, so I'm not going to do. Or waiting thousands of years like Valve. You know, at least we tell you that our games are immediately coming and getting made, as opposed to not even saying the word 3 in interviews.
Oh. So
You know,
giveaway.
like, do I think that? I think that, but that's like based on my personal biases surrounding Valve and their development, more than it is based on any predictable timelines. Factions getting their own announcers. Announcement packs are one of my favorite kinds of customization. So that's another thing that we like to do.
Oh,
Do I
yeah.
think an alpha beta will be available this year or maybe next year? Again, not going to make promises. Based on the progress that we've been making, I think that an alpha this year is possible, but it depends on trademark filing, hitting some development benchmarks on systems that we haven't started working on yet, and figuring out our monthly average cost per user, so we know that we can cover the overhead of our test servers, so that we can bring them online and not have it immediately drain our marketing budget. So those are like the factors that go into that decision, and we don't have enough data to make really solid predictions. The next stream will be in 2 months and a few days, give or take. That I can give you.
Alright, so guys, type in Morch and we'll do that final giveaway.
Fancy T.
And Theo Comics, do send us a PM.
Yeah, we'll send you a sticker. Feel bad about getting your hopes up. I am drinking tea, Earl Grey, cold. It was hot, but I've been here for an hour and a half. Jeez.
Thank you, Sensei.
Can we get an update on... I missed that. Once the trademark goes through... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do a big update when we're allowed to tell you about all that stuff.
Yeah, you'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
You'll definitely know.
R4 plushie win.
I know, I want one too.
Yeah, so do I. Can I enter? I'm not allowed to enter. I already have the merch. What am I talking about? I just like participating.
Okay, so we are gonna roll right now.
All right.
Adam
by default.
Hey, congrats!
All right. So send us a PM, Adam, and make sure it's before the end of the stream so we can get in touch with you about your prize.
There we go. Let's see. I think that ends it up. Let's give them a good thanks, guys.
Yeah. Man, is there anything else that we can share with you? There was like one... Do we have a website other than the Patreon? Yeah. All of our links are right down there. Go click on them. We've got our Twitch. We've got our website. We've got stuff up on our YouTube. We've got a Twitter. We've got a Facebook page if you use Facebook still. I think that's all of them. I'm in the dashboard right now and I'm not looking at them. But we've got a bunch of links down there and they've got our stuff on the other side of them. So click them.
Click. And we're always on Discord, so come join us there, guys. Best way to contact us.
Can't click on the website image. Okay, that's weird. I'll go check that out after the stream. But we're at projectstamina.com, so you should be able to figure that out. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Glad that you're happy with what we're doing, because we are. And doing this for you. I mean, we're doing this for us because making a game is fun and we want to play it. But we want to play it with you, because... you're a great community, and we can't wait to be playing games with you all the time. Thank you! Thank you, Kitty Bob. We're pretty happy with it. Continue pushing for an Ice Dragon Samurai. By all means, continue pushing. Factions have access to the seas, and maybe pirate-themed characters. We do have oceans in our game world. I'll give you that. Next stream, we'll have some awesome stuff, probably.
Most
Ramen
definitely.
robot.
I would
Is that a
hope
Twitch
so.
thing or an in-game thing? Because I
Sea
don't
stamina.
know what a ramen robot would look like in our game.
No, we
If you
have
wanna-
a sea of salt. Oh, sorry, Mano. I'll actually post that for you, Manox. There we go. That is the actual website.
Yep, that's us.
Should have all the links there working too.
Yep. And if you're interested in our other news cycle, we do public posts every month that we don't do a live stream on our Patreon. We throw that up on Twitter. It links to it. It's just the most effective way for us to get that big block of content out there. Yeah, you can email us there if you want to send us an email. I will read it. Please don't spam me. And will there be water, and will you die in 3 feet deep of it? I mean, we have water. It looked really gorgeous. And I don't think dying in water up to your knees is going to be one of our mechanics. That seems... I mean, you can, but you'll have to get shot to do it. Gigantic Easter eggs in the game. Well, if I told you about them, they wouldn't be very Easter eggy, would they? Okay. I have to go get back on my wedding planning train. That's what I'm doing for the rest of the night. So it has been a real pleasure hanging out with all of you, talking about our game, showing you what we're doing. And you know what? Let's do one more merch roll. Do one more Morch. One Morch.
One more March.
One more Morch. One more Morch.
This will be for a sticker, guys.
Can I have a sticker? Can I enter?
You cannot enter the giveaway, but you can have a sticker.
Yes!
Art director privilege, sorry.
I
In
did
about
it!
2 years.
Oh.
Come on, guys. Morch it up for another sticker. Going once. Going twice.
Make it so 1 out of 100,000 summons still have my face. That is... I don't hate that idea. I'm also kind of vain.
Swift. Ethan. Oh, Ethan K. Swift. There we go. Wow. English hard. So give us a PM. Congrats on the sticker.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for a PM from our last winner. Was it Dan by default?
Adam.
Adam by default. So yeah, gotta send us a sticker, or gotta send us a PM to get your Morch. That's how these things work. Adam by default. I hope you're still in here.
Alright.
All right. So we're going to call it tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Again, we're really, really, really happy that you're all here. It's great to have you with us. Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Till next time.
Thank you. Have a great
Bye.
day.